Hey, my creative friends. Shannon from Shannon Studio. And talking about a creative life, anything creative, how we live creatively, how we fail, how we just whatever it looks like a creative life. So today, what I've been doing is we've been here about 6 months in 7 months in hi Rose in Sweden now. So we've been here 6 months, and I have a whole basement that has my sewing stuff set up down there, and I don't go down there. It's like there's one little window, and it's just like, hey Trisha. So it's just like, like a little, I just don't do basements very well. So all my stuff's been down there. I need to sew. My second fabric collection should be going to stores, shipping to stores now. And so I need to start sewing some more, but it's just like downstairs, and I just didn't want to go down there. It's so bright and sunny when it is bright and sunny. Right now, I think it's like 4 o'clock, and you can see outside. It's dark outside. So what I decided to do was bring everything upstairs, and so I could sew upstairs and everything else. And so that's taking a little bit of time. And you can see a little bit, like I brought the shelves upstairs, and I'm still not done. I brought the table upstairs. So I'm just kind of moving things around to be able to make things work better. And that's the thing, is when you start to do stuff, you just don't know how a new situation is going to work, and you have to kind of go through trial and error. And so this setup over here, where I do all my other work and stuff, is going great. That was working. Those are big bright lights back there because it's so dark. There's no overhead lighting. So so that's working, but what wasn't working was the sewing part and getting that done. And so, there we go. I have a lot more work, and you don't realize how much work it takes to change something up. It's like moving all the stuff, then, reorganizing it, and it's a lot of work. And so sometimes I think you have to take into account when you're trying new things and you're transitioning, that you do take that time to do the work and to change it up. So, but what I'm supposed to be working on is my fabric collection, my third fabric collection. So, but what's happened is, when they said to me, they said that when we were talking about the first collection, Wyndham was talking to me, and they're great people. I'm up here, Joseph, doing my video. Okay, I'll look at your rock collection after I'm done with my video. Okay.
10 minutes?
Hey, Joan. About 10 minutes, yeah. Hey, Joan. So, interruption, that's mom life. That's what we do. It's mom life, and we get interrupted. So, what was I saying? Oh, the collection. So Wyndham tells me on the very first collection, the very first kind of meet, that your second collection will be the hardest, because everybody's so excited about the first. They have their ideas. And so the second one, you have to watch out for, because it'll be the hardest one to do. So that very day, in my mind, I got in my head and I said to myself, do something that's really purposeful so that you can get over that hump of the second one. So I decided I was going to do that collection about Layla, and and that's the Love Letters collection that's shipping out now. And so it was like I went through like a breeze. It was great. And so so that was not a problem, and I was like, oh yeah, I beat that. Little did I realize my third one would be the problem, because I didn't really anticipate. In my mind, it was like, oh, the second one's a problem, and this one's not going to be a problem. The third one's not gonna, because it's always the second one. So I just totally messed that up, and I have been struggling big time with the third collection. So my second collection is really my third in the struggle category. I've been, like I said, I've been struggling, but I'm going to show you just a little bit of what I'm doing with it. Let's see. Let me just turn it around better. There we go. So I'm doing it on Sweden, so a lot of Sweden things. So I did some berries, which I really like these. I like the color palette. There's some leaves that are around, and I wanted to try to change up the green a little bit. But this is wrong. They have a leaf that's green and red. So somebody's videotaping, somebody's messaging me. Then there's some deer patterns that I want to think about, and I've been playing with the deer. So here's another one. Oh, can't see that one, can we? Oh yeah, there we go. There's the deer. I, painted some deer. Doing some different things. So I'm trying the deer, I'm trying that. I tried roses, and I started a roses one, and I hated it. It was like, it was forced. And anytime you do something that's forced and it didn't work. So this one I'm doing over and starting over again. I have some little color things like that. And then this is a color palette I think I've decided on. So, because you have to have some darks and you have to have some lights. And so I really kind of like that. And it reminds me of Sweden, though it's not really strong Sweden, I don't think. But I think I like it. And then there's some hit and misses like this one. Oh, this one was just terrible. It's like, this is not going to show its face in anything. So, and then, doing backgrounds. So that is a repeat pattern background that I did by hand instead of on the computer. So I thought I would show you how to do a repeat pattern. And a repeat pattern is a pattern that you can put together, and you take that one and you take the same image and put it on the side, same image, put it on the other side, same image on top, and you just keep putting the same image, but it all connects so it looks like it's all one piece. So I thought I would try and show you how to do that. Because it can be real easy even if you don't have a computer. And then you can use the patterns on a place called Zazzle.com or Spoonflower.com and then create your own patterns. And it really isn't that hard to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you up in my little above head thing. And I kind of did everything beforehand, almost all of it, so you could... Oops, just 1 second. So you could just see it before. So what you do is you draw your pattern, but you don't touch any of the edges. So see, it doesn't have any edges with any drawing or any marks. So you do that, and then, oops. So then you take it and you mark it. So I don't have a long enough ruler here. So you take it and you cut it, you mark it down the middle, and you turn it over and you mark it down the middle. So then you have 4 pieces. So what you do then is you cut on your mark, and it's not exactly, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're trying to, make it fit a certain size, then it would matter. So I've cut it in half. So then I take it, so it's like that. I cut it in half, and I move it over here, turn it over, match it up, then tape it. Tape it some more. Okay, so then I turn it over, and then I cut the other line that I marked. So then that's where I cut the second time, and I put it on the opposite. So what you're doing is cutting in half and joining it at the opposite side. So then you have this surface, so you can draw all over here. These will match because we just cut the sides. Those will match. These will match because we just cut the sides. These will match. So what we're doing is now we're filling in this area. You don't want to draw here or any edge. So you stay away from the edges again and you draw. And so I did that. I took that, let's see. Yeah, that's the way. So those are the same. And so I filled in this flower and this flower and this flower. So then I made a repeat pattern so that when I scan that in, I can repeat the pattern. And then I put it in the computer, or you can go, like I said, go to Zazzle, and then I reduced it so you could see. So then the pattern is called a repeat pattern. So then I made it small, and I just, so you could see it. This is what the pattern will look like. Well, that is what the pattern looks like when it's done. And so it's super simple to be able to do that. And then you can make it as big or as small as you want. Let's see, unhook you. So that's how you do a repeat pattern. And yeah, it can get a little more complicated. It can get a little more work if you want to Photoshop and do certain things. But that's the basic idea for a repeat pattern. So I just thought I'd show you because I'm still working on that, and repeat patterns are what I do, and I can do it in Photoshop. I work in Photoshop. And the thing with Photoshop is it has an offset button that just kind of pop, bang, repeats it for you. But not everybody understands Photoshop or works in Photoshop, so that I just want to show you how to do it like analog, and you can make your own repeat patterns. So the tip today is take extra time when you know you're going to be transitioning. You know, realize that you're might have to go through several phases before you get down a real good workspace, and that when you do have to change it up, it'll take a day or two to do it, depending on how much time you have, how much work you have. Besides that, and just give yourself time. And this year I decided, since it's the new year and stuff, I decided, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make these changes right now, get going, put out and start the year strong. So remember, you have a creative heartbeat, so listen for it. And Rose says, I thought it would be cool for you to incorporate those Swedish stars in the design. You know what? That's a good idea. I kind of did a little bit on this small pattern, though I don't know if they will take it. Let me see if I can find it. This one's supposed to kind of represent Sweden. It has that little icon, like a snowflake almost, but that's not a star. And then it has the swan, because I see swan here crowned, and the deer, elk. It's the animal for the country. So I don't know, but that's a good idea. I think I will look at it because I'm not done, and I should be done. How about snow? I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do a snow. I could do little dots for snow. Yeah. Any other ideas? Since we're talking about it, and I have to like spend. Gotta finish this thing over here, and then I've got to finish this design. It's like kicking my booty, but so yeah. If you have some ideas, put them down. I'm not quite sure where it's going, so we'll see. Star, snow, I'll incorporate that. Think about that to incorporate it, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.